channel. Today's video is a 5-month update on Sebastian. He is joining me for now, but he is a wiggle worm, so we'll see how long he lasts, if he can handle being in the video for 15-20 minutes while I record. We will see how this goes. Anyhow, this month I don't know, I feel like I just forget how much progress he makes, and I was thinking like maybe I won't do an update this month. But then Ruben reminded me of how much Sebastian has changed and grown and learned this past month, so still thought I'd do one for you. 5 months. 5 whole months of little Sebastian. I cannot believe that I've been a mom for 5 months. I mean, I guess I was a mom when he was in my womb, but still kind of crazy that he's been on the earth for 5 months, you know, like actually here out of me. We weighed him today. He's just a few days over 5 months at this point when I'm filming this, but we weighed him today and he weighed in at 15 pounds. So he gained just over 1 pound this past month, which was crazy because I feel like it's like every other month. Like 1 month he will gain a lot of weight, or like a lot, like a pound, and then other months he'll gain less than a pound. So like at his 4-month appointment he'd gained I think less than a pound, but then yeah, this month he's gained over a pound since his 4-month appointment. So that's crazy. He's getting all big on us, huh? As you can see, he's still chatting it up. He actually went through a phase for like a minute there. Bless you. He went through a phase for like a minute there where he wasn't really talking as much, and I actually got a little worried because he'd been so chit-chatty and then he just stopped talking. We looked it up and apparently it's because like babies, they'll talk and then they'll focus all their attention on like learning something new and something different, so they'll stop talking, and then once they've like learned that skill, then they'll go back to talking. So we think that's what happened with him, is like he was talking a lot and then he was trying to learn how to roll over from front to back and back to front both ways, so he stopped talking while he was trying to master that skill. But now he is a little roly-poly. He rolls everywhere. Literally, we'll put him down and then we'll turn our backs for like 30 seconds and he'll be like feet apart from where we put him down. So he's just a little roly-poly, but I feel like now that he's kind of mastered that, he is way more chit-chatty lately and it's really fun. And I've also found that like he's still the most chit-chatty when we read books to him. Like when I read a book to him, it's like he like wants to tell me the story or what he thinks the story is. It's really fun. I should film it one time because yeah, he just like, it's almost hard to read the book because he's so loud and he just loves to talk about whatever he's talking about. I don't even know, but yeah, so there's that. He's rolling over like crazy. Along with rolling over is like his sleep at night. It's kind of wild to like watch our baby camera, like when we go back and look how he did throughout the night, because we'll put him down one way, like we always put him down on his back, and then he usually flips over. And then lately it's like we'll put him down one way, he'll flip over, and then he'll kind of like scoot around till he faces the other way, and he's like in a corner or something. Like he scoots so much in his sleep and he moves around so much, and it's just wild to me. Like it's hilarious actually. Like, and sometimes when we put him down and he doesn't want to go down for a nap quite yet and he's just kind of in there fussing, we'll go in and he is like completely on the opposite side. It's just, he is a mover. He rolls. He's starting to actually get up on all fours a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit, and scoot. So he'll like, I have a video, I'll insert it above like whatever I'm talking about, over whatever I'm talking about here, but he gets on like all fours, like on his elbows and his knees, and he kind of is rocking and then tries to scoot, but you know, his legs just kind of like fly out under him. So I can tell that he really, really wants to crawl, and that's something that I think will definitely start doing in the next month. I would be shocked with how much he is scooting and how much he gets on his like elbows and knees. I would be shocked if he didn't start crawling in the next month. He hasn't quite mastered hands and knees, and I know that that's something that he'll need to do. He'll do it every now and then, but it's only for a second. So we'll see, but I feel like it's coming. And as excited as I am for it, I'm equally terrified, because then I feel like he's just gonna be way crazier and harder to keep up with, huh? Oh, another thing that I actually just remembered, it wasn't even on my list, was last month I talked about how I thought for sure he was teething because he was showing a lot of signs, and I swear we could see teeth. But the pediatrician looked at him, and the pediatrician didn't think that he was teething, and then nothing has happened since then. And I know like a lot of moms think like teething lasts for months, but from what I've been reading and like more pediatrician, like nurse specialists, like people who actually scientifically study babies, I guess you could say, I don't know how to word that. They were saying teething really only lasts for like 72 hours. So what you think might be teething is not teething. So I think that was it. I think it was a total false alarm. He hasn't sprouted anything. I was certain like a week from his 4-month appointment he would have a tooth, but nothing yet. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'll keep you guys posted when the actual tooth appears and like we can really see it and it's about to sprout through. So keep you posted. Along with teething and I guess his mouth in general is we tried to give him solids for the very first time this week. We were up at Ruben's sister's house for dinner and she had mashed potatoes, and I'm like, well, it's basically pureed potatoes, so yeah, go ahead and we can try and give it to him. He did not know. Like, she like tried to put it in his mouth and he just was like didn't even like nothing. He was just like very anti, and he just spit it out basically. So we were like, oh, maybe he just like wasn't ready for mashed potatoes. Maybe let's try like a fruit instead. So just the other day I was cutting up some bananas to freeze for smoothies, and they were kind of mushy, some of them. So we decided, oh, well, it's like pretty mushy anyways, and we can just mush it up a little more. Let's try and give him that. Maybe he'll do better with that. So we tried that. Did not like it. I will insert a clip here of him trying bananas. You guys can see he is not a fan at all. So I think we're gonna wait on solids. I feel like he was starting to show signs. We were really excited to get him started on solids, but I feel like he's not quite there. So I think we'll probably wait till he's closer to 6 months. We might try again in like a week. I don't know, but he's just not ready right now. And as excited as we are, we just want to wait for him to be a little more ready. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know if we give it another attempt here and there. Another thing about this month was we had a really busy month. He had a really busy month, me and him. We did so much traveling, and I mean, we're not really big travelers. There's a lot of people who do a lot more travel with their babies. Do you want to try this? Like, they do international flights and things like that. So we definitely didn't do that, but we did take a road trip to New Mexico, and we also flew across the country to Florida. And those were really great trips. He actually did quite well. I was surprised. I mean, obviously not perfect. There were definitely parts of both trips where he was just screaming, and I literally just like sat there and held him and cried because like just overwhelming, you know, just like a mom thing. So there were definitely moments of like he's a baby, he's still learning. I don't expect him to be perfect, but there were definitely hard moments. But overall, he did really well, and I was really impressed. However, it was the coming back that was the hardest. So New Mexico was fine. It was just a weekend trip. It was super quick, and New Mexico's on the same time as us. Like, there's no time difference. But coming back from Florida was pretty rough. And I think part of it was since we were out and about a lot and we were in a very overstimulating environment, especially being at Universal Studios, it was really hard for him to fall asleep, so my mom ended up holding him a lot until he fell asleep, and then she would put him down in his stroller. But I feel like he kind of got used to that feeling of being held to go to sleep, or maybe he got used to having so much stimulus, so when we came home and it was a lot less stimulus because it's just our apartment and we don't have a lot of toys for him, and then also it's not a freaking amusement park with hundreds and thousands of people, you know, like I think that it was a lot less for him. I don't know what exactly it was, but coming back was really, really rough because he would not sleep. We've been sleep training him basically since he was born to be able to fall asleep on his own and be able to do things like to sleep on his own. You know, he's been in his crib sleeping at night since like a month and a half. Like, he's been a really, really wonderful sleeper to us, and like we're so blessed to have that. And so when we came back from Florida, he would scream for 45 minutes when I put him down for a nap, and the only way he would stop screaming was if I held him. But I just like, because we never have done that with him, like not since the first month have we ever held him to sleep. It was a really big shock to me, and it was really hard for me. And so that was really rough, trying to ease him back into falling asleep on his own, trying to figure out different wake windows. We're also trying to find more stimulating activities for him that aren't just toys, and definitely not screen time as much as I can. I tried to not like, I don't want to just plop him in front of a TV. Like, if we're watching TV and he's with us, that's fine, but like I don't want that, like him to cry and be like, okay, you're crying, here's a TV, you know? I don't want to train him to be dependent on a TV and need a TV. Anyhow, so I've been trying to think of more stimulating activities for him, so I've been looking up things on Pinterest. So some stuff that we've been doing is like, we carved pumpkins the other day, so I put the pumpkin seeds and like the pumpkin guts in like a little bag, and he's been playing with that. I think he's found more interest in the bag than in like the pumpkin seeds themselves, but it's just fun for him to feel different textures, kind of have something to grab onto and chew on. We've been doing dried noodles, we've been doing loofahs that I got from the dollar store, different things like that, so that like his awake time can be a little more stimulating. But anyhow, so we're just trying to figure this out. I think we're finally getting back to like the normal with him. He's been a lot easier to put down like the past day or two. But yeah, those first 2 or 3 days back from train. Yeah, those first 2 or 3 days back from our trip were really rough, and I just felt like very overwhelmed with him, so I needed to take like a break and just focus on me. And luckily Ruben was really helpful in letting me kind of get that break and be able to breathe and cope, I guess you could say. I don't know, I had a really hard time. I feel like it was almost harder on me than it was on him coming back, because he was fussy, but because it was so different than what I was used to, I had a really hard time with it. So working through that, going through that. Here comes another train, but I'm just gonna keep on talking. I think that's it for the 5-month update. What do you say? Did we cover everything? You did so good, I wasn't expecting it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these monthly updates. Even if you don't, I think I'm gonna keep doing them, at least for his first year of life, because it's almost like a video diary for me to like remember all these things and like all the developments that he's making. Anyhow, if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Shanoa, this is Sebastian, my husband's name is Ruben, and we do lifestyle and motherhood videos. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.